It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Defense showing blitz.
Let's go.
They go play action. Kaiser. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Let's go. Ohio. Let's go. 38.
On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Well, now they'll try the end around. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the 1st carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. Dances by him. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Now Kaiser. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it, and that'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a 1st down again. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Flushed out right. It's caught. Nelson. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the slot man goes in motion left. Rodgers now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On third down, that's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And he's got it up and through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Then into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't.
He's got him in, complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Set to return, this is Jeff Janis. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Here's Rodgers, forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
And avoids the contact by sliding. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. First down, Kaiser. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On play action, Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. So we've reached half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now he's forced out left, and he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On third down, it's Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like? For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week. And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way. You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And off comes to Montgomery. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run. Now Montgomery. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, that's a decent amount of aggressiveness right there. Inside their own 10-yard line, they still run the toss, even though they know that that can be a little bit of a dangerous play, and it pays off pretty well with a nice run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Over here.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Jeff Janis, his first touchdown here of the... campaign. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. And they will line up now for the two-point try. And that'll set them back 5. So they're going to go for 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He completes it to Bryant. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Eluding Kaiser, hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Rodgers to Montgomery on the draw. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll toss it to Fournette, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Five yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and a mile. From the gun, Kaiser. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That's so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Kaiser now dumps it off to Fournette, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Clay Matthews in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. Take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
On second down, here's Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Carry for Pirine. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 11 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the metal leg.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Dancing away at the 35. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. One final shot for Kaiser. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Packers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.